Welcome everybody. Today's video is going to be about how I use mineral oil to spruce up my stones, whether that be a complete rough stone or a polished stone that I have purchased, or even stones that I have tumbled that just need a little extra sprucing up. You see how there's a nice shine on it from tumbling, but there's little cracks and spots that look dried up, kind of, and they don't, where where it didn't get polished, and it's still kind of rough. On this one, you could see here, especially with moss agate. I find this a lot with moss agate, where it's a beautifully polished stone, but there's all these little cracks and pits that don't take a polish, obviously, because it never reached the polishing the surface. And so it leaves like this whitish, dry looking little pits and cracks on it. And I have a solution to get rid of that and to spruce these babies up. And that is just using simple old mineral oil. The mineral oil I have here, let me move these out of the way, is here. It's nothing special, just some plain old mineral oil. And it really doesn't take much to do this. Obviously I've got some gloves on because you will get oily. You'll need some Q-tips, and basically just to dip into the oil and rub all over your stone, and you just let it sit. So I'm gonna show you some before and afters. Obviously you're seeing before now, but I'll show you some before and after shots of what these look like. Just simply adding mineral oil to them, letting it sit, and wiping it down. It's a night and day difference. I will show you now how simple this is. So I'm just going to I probably will only need one, maybe two Q-tips, but I just dip it into the end here of my mineral oil. I get a little bit on the end here, and it's just as simple as rubbing it over the stone. Guess I could keep it in the screen for you. I tried to avoid putting a lot of mineral oil in any pits, deep pits like that, just because it'll be a little more difficult getting it out. But it's just a simple rub on. Already you can see some of it disappearing, like the little white dry patches here. And you could already see how much the stone, all the features of the stone stand out even better. Mineral oil will not hurt your stone at all, but you do need to be careful on what kind of stone you use. Just do not do this with any stone that is water soluble. As long as it is not water soluble, you are good to do this on your stones. Believe it or not, even fluorite, even though some will say not to touch fluorite with water, you could totally do this with fluorite, and I have. You just don't let it sit for a real long time. But boom. Now that's totally covered in mineral oil. Already you can see how it's made the stone pop even more. That's all you do. And just let it sit for a couple hours. If you have sunshine, and you could put it in the sun and let the sun kind of naturally heat it a little bit, that would be great. But I live in Washington, and our sun's already gone here. We're already into the rainy season and colder season here, so I don't really got a whole lot of sun to work with, so that's okay. But I just do the same thing with my rough that I did with the other stone. Just coat all of it. Get into any cracks and pits if you can. You've got to, if you need to dip it in your mineral oil again, totally fine. You could probably use the same Q-tip for a while. But I'm going to go ahead and get these all nice and coated and let them sit for a good couple hours. You could even overnight these, especially agate or carnelian. But yeah, just let them sit. Soak it up. You will be amazed at the difference. Okay, they have been sitting for a couple of hours, and next thing is just to wipe them off. It's simple as that. So I just grab paper towel. And I start drying it up, rubbing off the excess oil. And trust me, if you get all the excess oil off, it's not gonna be oily or anything to the touch. If you did get a bunch of oil like in a pit or a crack, you can grab a dry Q-tip and get in there and just soak up any of the excess oil if need be. But paper towel usually just works pretty good. I'll probably use a couple just to make sure I got everything off. Already, look at that. In just 2 hours. Like I said though, I will do a before and after. This one I put a lot of oil on, so I'm going to go ahead and soak up most of it with this paper towel. Get a clean one. That one's pretty oily, so I'll go ahead and get another clean paper towel and just keep wiping off the excess. I'll do this real quick. I'll do it to my other stone and I'll show you the end result. And I'll show you the before and after. And that's it. As you can see, total difference. And it's just so simple, super easy. And yeah, great way to really spruce up your stones. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps any of you who are looking to just get a little bit extra shine or a little bit more out of your stones that just couldn't get that polish all the way around. Just, yeah, really brightens things up. Makes such a difference. I kept my gloves on just so that you could see. I'm touching all over it. It leaves no oily residue, but just makes your stones look gorgeous. So, thank you for watching. Have a great day.